Just keep the faith.
Tell me how they sleeping on me.
Artlist.io.
They said an early bird gon' get the worm. Feel like I'm stuck in line, waiting my turn. All of that.
Oh, what's good with y'all? What's going on with you tonight? Hey, we got another one we're finna get into. This one about a girls trip. Y'all know how it is with them girls trips. You know what I mean? Buckle in, strap up, get ready, cause we finna ride.
Story time on the girls trip to Houston that went wrong. I hope y'all ready. And if there was a Bible right here, right now, put my hand on the Bible. I'm not lying about nothing that I'm about to say.
Lying about nothing she finna say. So, yeah, I mean, what this channel all about? Tell your side of the story. We ain't worried about nobody else's side of the story but yours, Alexis. Let's roll.
Y'all, I thought like this one never happened to me. Like, you know, you hear stories all the time about the girls on TikTok going on these girls trips. They falling out, they fighting, they ain't coming home as friends. It's always in Miami or in Jamaica or in Mexico. But no, y'all, Houston. I didn't even follow with nobody because they wasn't my friends, and I was trying to be respectful of my friend and not tell the story. But I'm not gonna tell it in a messy way. But I did give her permission to tell the story, so I'm gonna tell y'all. Hopefully this don't, you know, I don't want this to blow up only because like I just don't want it to blow up because I just want to tell. Everybody keeps asking me what happened, and I'm just gonna tell it on here, and it's gonna do whatever it does. I am nervous to tell it because I'm like, what if y'all don't agree with me? But like I can admit maybe at some parts where I was wrong, but we'll get to that. I'm gonna try to keep this in one part because nobody wants to listen to multiple parts.
It's gonna be one part anyway because I think she does have a part two to this. And I ain't got it, so we're just gonna do it. And plus, it's gonna be about 15 minutes long anyway for part one. So if I find her part two, you know, I double back and just label this part one and then part two. So we won't be on here 30-40 minutes for one video. Alright.
So honestly, we just about to jump straight into it. I was supposed to be doing skincare, but I talk with my hands. I ain't gonna be able to do skincare while, you know, I'm trying to talk to y'all. I do have screenshots, I have evidence, I have text messages to show y'all. So whatever I do have to like tag, I'm gonna tag in part two. But let's just get into it. So basically, y'all, I'm going to give code names, but I'm not giving much code names. I'm only going to give code names to the girls that I'm not cool with. But everybody else, y'all getting called by name. I'm not doing all of that because I'm going to forget. So basically, my friend Zai, we've been friends since high school. We got closer over like the past 2 years. You know, we're adults. We relate. We're trying to do things with our life. That's my girl. We vibe on like a totally different level. Like, she's my friend. I could talk about God. We could talk about everything. And yeah, that's just my girl.
That's the road,
so
dog.
Once we came back from my birthday trip in October from Atlanta, we talked about going to Houston. Keep in mind, us two plus my best friend,
H-Town.
we were supposed to be going to Houston to apartment tour and explore and go out a little bit. So she ended up graduating from college in December of 2024, the December we just had. And originally she invited me on her girls trip to, I want to say it was Jamaica. The original trip, as far as I was concerned, was not to Houston because that was a trip that we planned to go on together by ourselves without her friends. So basically, I get a message from her. She's telling me, you know, we're doing a girls trip to Houston for her graduation trip. She wants me to come, and honestly, I felt like if I didn't come, I would feel bad because she took the time out to come on my birthday trip to Atlanta. Mind you, she lives in Florida, I live in South Carolina, so I'm like, I cannot miss my girls trip. Like, I already told her I would come on her graduation trip. My best friend couldn't even come with me, but I'm like, I gotta go, because me, I'ma always feel bad if I don't stand on what I say. I'll be out of breath. But yeah, so I'm like, I gotta fucking go. I gotta go. I'm gonna try to not curse for real, because I just cussed on accident. But I'm like, I gotta go. So I'm like, all right, cool. But then I'm like, but wait, her friends are coming. And on top of that, y'all, it was 8 of us total. 7 of them coming from Tally, where they're from.
Damn.
1 of me coming from South Carolina. I'm coming by myself, and I don't know these girls. So of course, I'm low-key like, oh my God.
Red flag already. By yourself, and it's a handful. It's a heap of them, like Grandma said. Grandma said, it's a heap of y'all going on that trip, and then you by yourself, and then you coming out of, man, foreshadowing.
Gosh, like, should I even go? Like, I don't know them. Like, what if they're weird? What if they try to fight me? What if they kill me and kidnap me? Y'all know a whole bunch of shit be going on. And I think like that because I'm not going to let nobody get over on me. Like, I'm not doing that. And people are crazy. But I sucked it up. I booked my flight. I bought my clothes. Like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to go to Houston. I'm excited. I've never been. And I'm just like, you know what? If the girls are weird, I'm just going to book me a flight and I'm going to come back home. I'm going to change my flight and I'm going to come back home because I don't do the weirdness. I am a straight, no BS person. I don't play like that. I might be only 21, but I am grown. I handle my business. I have my own business. I am on my P's and Q's. Y'all not going to play with me.
Shut up.
So,
Right.
we in the group chat. We get added to this group chat. I'm looking at the itinerary and I'm noticing. I'm like, you know, this itinerary, it don't look like what me and friend was talking about. All I see is club, E. So it's given we finna be shaking our ass and we finna be big bags. And I'm like, this don't really look too right. Where's the activity? We were supposed to go horseback riding. We didn't do that. The only activities we did was pole dancing and we did the art museum. There was supposed to be way more on there than what we actually did. I'm not a partier, but I also go along with whatever the group wants to do. It's not my trip. I can't take over. But at the same time, too, her friends took over the itinerary. And she called me like a couple weeks before we left and she was upset because she already was just like, you know, this is not how I'm wanting my trip to go, basically. So we texted in the group chat. We all sent pictures to introduce ourselves. I think that was really for me and Chloe, who's her other friend, who is from there, but she doesn't hang with the girls. She don't know them at all. And also her other friend, Naja, which I know Naja. She came on my birthday trip. So we always just send a picture to see how we all look, da-da-da. Now, I remember, which wasn't a big deal, but sometimes when I would text in the group chat, nobody would respond except Zai and maybe one other person. I can't really remember who. But I was just like, like, every time that I'm texting, like, nobody's really saying nothing. But I'm also an overthinker, so I'm like, Lexi, don't think too much into it because it's probably nothing. Which, at the time, I don't think it was anything. We just...
Shout out to my overthinkers. I ain't gonna keep pausing it like that, but she making some points here because, look, if I ain't no overthinker, I don't know who he is. But you know the saying, the problem, how the saying go, and I like the saying that they say, the problem with overthinking is you're usually right. Ain't that how I go? Excuse me, somebody correct me. The problem with overthinking all the time is the gut feeling, and you're usually right about whatever it is that you're overthinking. Yeah. Guilty. Done happen plenty times. But real quick, shout out to her for being able to kind of peep the game. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing worse than going out and getting out there. You out of city, out of town, and out of state, and then you acting green. If y'all know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, like you don't know what's going on. So her head on the swivel. Good look, because I can already tell that the girls trip. And it's already now that's the second flag too that they have too. The first one, she traveling by herself. Everybody like, yeah, I mean, the number of girls coming is they was supposed to been her and friend, right? And they talking about Houston. I don't know what happened with the Jamaica and all of that, but I know they were talking. She from South Carolina, a friend from Florida. They did the thing in Atlanta for the birthday trip. For her birthday trip, Alexis, and now they're going to Houston for her graduation thing. Yeah, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but then you talking about they got there and it don't even look like y'all doing what y'all supposed to be coming to do. I'm already tripping. I'm already looking at that like, yeah, no. But let's keep going.
Don't know each other, but you know, whatever. So we get there. Now, mind you, I flew in, Zai and Chloe flew in. So they flew in from Florida, I flew in from South Carolina, and we all met at Houston's airport. So we get to the airport, and the rest were driving 10 plus hours because they were scared to fly. Totally understandable. Y'all were too scared to fly. That's why y'all drove 10 plus hours. Right. Okay, so they're still on the way, but we're at the airport, and automatically, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I clicked with Chloe. Like, we were in literally, y'all, throughout the whole trip. I'm like, literally one night we was sitting on the bed, we was talking. I'm like, girl, is you me? Because why are we saying the same thing? Like, I hope I can actually have a friendship with her because we are like, I don't know, I love her a lot. I don't really know her, but I love her. Like, she's so down to earth. Like, she's like splitting image of me, like who I am on the inside. So yeah, basically we land. I'm already like, dang, like I like Chloe. We go out to eat. And then now it's like we're supposed to be getting early check-in for our B&B. Now, mind you, check-in, of course, like everywhere else, is 4 p.m. Meaning, if we're getting 2 hours early for check-in, we're checking in at 2 p.m., right? So she's on the phone with her friends. Sai's on the phone with her friends. She's like, yeah, we're just coming to get something to eat because we can't get into the B&B, that. And they're like, oh, you need to get your money back because why you can't check in? Like, basically, like, they trying to play you, like, you need to get your money back because why you can't check in, y'all got early check-in. I'm in the back seat like, bro, early check-in is 2 o'clock. It's literally 12 p.m. Why would we be able to get into the B&B if they literally checked out at 11? Check-in isn't until 2. So automatically...
Yeah, because you can't check in early until them folks get up out of there. So whoever said that, you can tell they don't get out the house. They don't even know how it go. Yeah, the folk, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I be hate when they be going down. I went on one trip like that, and like, man, don't act like you used to something. Like, don't be questioning stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? Everything ain't a plot. It's to allow the people that are there to get up out of there. You feel me? Give a window too for cleaning or whatever. Man, you know how it go, man. Quit acting crazy.
Like, are y'all slow? But like, I wasn't trying to be rude, but I'm also really like, I'm a straightforward person. Like, come on, like, we gotta use our brains. Obviously, we can't check in because it's not 2 o'clock. Like, what? But at the same time, too, I don't know y'all, so I'm just like, I'm sitting in the back seat, minding my business. I'm just like, whatever. This ain't even my conversation for real. It's giving them after the 2 parts. But yeah, so basically, we ended up going, we ate, and then we left there. We went to Jordan Soul Food. It was good. Then we left there. We went to Dollar Tree. Zai was straight, like, head was straight on wanting to do goodie bags for them. So we was helping her pick out stuff, and at first she wasn't going to do the goodie bags. And I can't really recall why she said why she wasn't going to do them, and I'm not going to really say because I don't fully know, but I knew it had something to do with her saying she knew she was going to have to pay something else on the trip because something was going to happen. She knew. So she wasn't really wanting to do goodie bags, but she decided to do them anyways because she's just like me. When we're hosting things, that's what you got to do as a host. You do shit like that. That's just how it is. Yeah. You do stuff like that. Like, come on. So she buys the goodie bags, you know, she puts everything together. We get to the B&B. It's literally a duplex, so it's house B on the left, house A on the right. We picked house B. There was 3 rooms in each house with queen beds, and they all had 2 bathrooms. So one of the girls who was riding with them from Florida, that's the girl who came on my birthday trip. So I knew her. So I said, well, Zai, so we have an even number. Bring her to this house. The 2 sisters can share a room and the other 2 get their own room. You and Naja can share a room. Me and Chloe get our own room. It was simple. So I get in the house, we was at the dollar store. I bought spray and stuff. I'm bleaching down our toilets. I'm spraying our covers because we're gonna take a nap. Like, we done been up since 5 a.m. We only got 1 hour of sleep last night. Like, it's time to go to bed. I'm not gonna lie. So, this is a long story. I'm not gonna hold you. So now, it's like, okay, time to take a nap, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't fall asleep immediately because I was editing a TikTok vlog. So, I hear banging on the door. As soon as, I'm starting to close my eyes because I'm tired, I hear...
That's the crew right there.
And I can't really hear what they're saying, but it was giving yelling, like, open up, like, we here. Ah. So I'm like, oh, now I gotta meet these girls. Like, oh.
And see money all around me. I look like I'm the man. That's the crew, baby.
Oh my gosh, like, I was a little nervous because I've never met them before. I've never seen them. I don't know anything about them. So I'm like, okay, like, it's time to meet them. So I really don't want to do too many parts. But, okay, comment part 2 for part 2 because the next part is where it's going to get interesting, I promise. I just kind of had to give y'all a backstory. Like I said, I don't want this to be too messy, so I'm going to try to keep it cute. You know what I'm saying? But, like, also, it got really messy. And it got really messy when the trip ended, when by the time we got home, they decided to bump gums. But comment part 2 for part 2 and I will post it. But I'm going to keep it respectful because, that's just how I am. I'm going to keep it respectful.
All right. Keep the Fame TV family. Y'all see I had to turn in the Clark Kent on y'all real quick, man. Hey, you know what I mean? Superman can't see for shit. But he's still Superman, baby. Y'all like that Mandalorian shirt, don't you? You feel me? Yeah. I'm going to keep a graph on me. Okay, Miss Alexis Simone, first of all, shout out to her, you know what I mean, for telling the story that thus far, part one, on that girls trip thing. You know, we needed that. We love a good girls trip plot, foreshadowing, build up story. You know what I mean? I always love that. I will cut it short right here though. Part two is not directly attached to this video like it normally is, so I will just split it and leave this as part one. I'll find her part two and I'll actually make the YouTube video for that, of course, because you know I would like to do things properly, and I will label it as such, so you know what I mean, just for the sake of time, because we already at 15 minutes 38 seconds. So yeah, so far, sum it up, look like she got a good head on the shoulder. She might be a damn Gemini, the way she damn overthinking and how she damn like that real quick. You know, I'd be like that too. But you know what I mean? It looks like it's gonna get good. And if you can see right here, it said like and comment for part two. I promise it'll get better. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it for y'all. We're gonna check it out. You know what I mean? Hopefully it'll be equally yoked, so we won't have no 30-minute long video like that. But yeah, man, them girls trips, y'all be better off going with y'all guy. You know what I mean? Like, I already see how it be. It's always somebody's birthday or something like that with them girls trips, and it's always a hater, cause she gon' and it's usually somebody y'all reconnected with from high school or some shit like that, like or old coworker or something. Y'all wanna, you know what I mean, try to. Yeah, I mean, hey girl, you know how you doing in life, and da 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 da. Like, you know what I mean, we need to do this. Not knowing that who you are now and who you were then ain't the same. So whoever you was clicking with, man, if it's your dog from back in the day, it ain't gonna go like you think it gonna go usually. You know what I mean? And somebody gotta be a sourpuss. I learned with these girl trips. I've been watching plenty of them story times on YouTube and TikTok. It was one I was watching. That shit was so crazy, and I want to say it was on Ray's channel on We Hustle Daily, Hustle Daily, Still Hustle Daily, and it was about a birthday girl. 3 girls, birthday girl, friend A, and friend B. And like, friend A was cool, everything was in synchronicity, you know, everything was synced up, the plans, you know. I think it was a cruise, I want to say, and I don't remember the girl name, but she told the story real good, and it was a cruise that was going on. And you know, her and friend A was click tight from the beginning. They followed the plan. Everything was cool. Where they were gonna eat, where they were gonna go, what event. I think it was Disney World or something like that. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all know the video. Drop it down there, and I'm coming. But like, yeah, and then everything was cool with girl A, and then this other chick just like was the polar opposite this whole time. Like, wherever they decided to eat at, she didn't want to eat at that time, and then ended up getting hungry later. She didn't want to go to the like events or whatever they was doing when I move, you move, just like that. And she wasn't doing none of that. Yeah, I mean, like, she wasn't doing none of that. She wasn't moving with them. She wasn't doing nothing. She was almost purposely trying to make birthday girl's trip a train wreck. And I could feel it from that story, that how she was telling it, how she was hitting on points. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go find that. I'm gonna do that one. That one's a good one. But yeah, man, like, long story short, like, it be them girl trip, man. Like, it be done fucked your whole birthday up, baby. You know what I mean? Like, she'll be done messed your whole thing up. You know what I mean? Cause folks, you know, y'all be catty with it. Be done got something about to get your homegirl from high school you want to. Caddies on the what? Tripping. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know folks' agenda. So I would vet it. I would go on a mini trip before I go on. And it's like a May, like something like this. It's out of state, couple states over, couple days, anything, Airbnb. We finna have to go do something quick. We finna go to Atlanta for the ones that ain't from Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like, we finna do something easy. You feel me? We finna do something, you know, we gotta work our way up to that. Something like that. But like, I don't know. I'm interested to see the other part of it, because I already know it's finna be some shit with that one. But we're gonna get to that. You know, I'm gonna look at sourcing and find it, probably have it up in a couple hours, either tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon one, after I get off work. But it is what it is. My family, you know, Keep the Fan TV, I appreciate y'all for coming over here. I want y'all to go over there and check her out, though. I think her name was Alexis Simone. over there on TikTok. Go show us some love, you know what I mean? And as well as here, thank you for coming, spending a little time with your boy. Hey, I'm gonna ask that you go ahead and keep supporting the channel as we grow. You know, gotta start slow, but we're gonna grow. And, you know what I mean? The handle is at JUS_KEENAN. That's at Just Keenan on the social medias. And like and subscribe to the video, you know what I'm saying? Hype it up. That's gonna be it for this one though. Try to keep it brief. Try to keep it under 20 minutes, but we just passed it. It's all good though. We're gonna check y'all on the next one, you know what I mean? And we're gonna get right back into it, see what she talking about, you know what I mean? Don't go nowhere, but until the end, and y'all stay safe. And we're gonna holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.